All right, ladies and gentlemen. So Tuesday, 24th of June, and we as always going with Brian and Dave for the TMX presentation. Yeah, because like not so many time left for the TMX basically TGE event. Yeah, and you have the time, still have the time to buy some tokens, guys, because you just seen yesterday we had some like big purchase, yeah, for the 30 Ethereums, which is really great. So like people just trying to get in for the last days, and that's 100% correct decision, right decision to be in with us because guys, like TMX, we're gonna change the decentralized world with the exchanges. And you seen yesterday that people who was with us, that Jake initiated the first trades on the demo mode, yeah, and of course gonna be the live mode really soon. Once of course we're gonna go live, and that's gonna be really awesome. So guys, we about to start. So just like you still have the time to bring some people in who want to check this out, and of course like Brian, he'll gonna provide most of the information today. Yeah, Brian, you can start.
All right, what's up, everybody? Oh man, so yesterday's Zoom was fantastic. It was crazy. Like right when Jake gets on Zoom, Ethereum goes from like 2,200 and just starts pumping, right? So we see some news coming out. Like obviously we can't control what goes on in the world, but when there's peace, there's going to be a lot more money going to the market. I think it was over $100 billion was getting pumped back in. You can see, I remember I had the kind of like the bull flag kind of situation right here on Ethereum. If you can see that I had drawn out, and obviously those news of the war and all the bombings, bam, took a big dip, went right to where Jake said it would go. First time he said it would go to 24.40. Well, bam, went down to 24. Then he said the next one was like 23 something, went down to that. And then bam, the lowest it would go was 21. So you can see right here, it went down to 21 and then it just started pumping. So now it's pumped back up. And I like to draw these little flags out, right? This is a 4 hour window. We go to the 1 hour window and you can see this flag that I drew. So this measured movement right here, this little thing right here is from this movement right here to the top of that one, right? So if I take this right here, let me go ahead and make this bigger probably for you guys. So this movement right here, that's what this thing is. I go over here to trade view, I click on this little bar and it gives you those things. You can do that. Bang like that. You just click on it, you can delete it. Okay. So that's the measured movement from the movement up to where it kind of stops. And then you call this like it's consolidating. Well, which way is it going to go? So you take that measured movement, you kind of move it up here. You can also obviously move it back to here and it will go back down to that spot. Sometimes it does that. But normally, some of the YouTubers I follow, they're like 65% of the time when it consolidates in a bullish flag like this, it goes up. A non-bullish flag would be this one right here. You'd see this thing going on right here, and you'd see something like this. You'd make that flag out. And if it normally, when these lower, like, I don't know what you would kind of, the verbiage just escaped my brain right now, but when you see this happen that consolidates right here, normally it dumps. And you keep seeing these dumps, dump. You know, this one up here kind of dumped. Well, is that news? The news hit. Then another consolidate, dump, consolidate, dump, consolidate. Well, we had good news. It's hard to really figure out everything nowadays, but most of it's controlled by Trump and Twitter. So with that, you can see that measure movement right here, and it did that. Went right down to here, and then actually went down to here and dipped pretty far to that 21. I hope you guys bought some Ethereum then. I mean, heck, if you just bought Ethereum and set it in your wallet, if you bought 10 Ethereum, it's went up $300 since then. That's $3,000 you'd be up on Ethereum. So that's like if you're even going to put it in to TMX or not, you should take Jake's advice and buy at 21 because it's going to pump back. And that's exactly what it did. So that's how these little, flags work. So, but when you got a bull flag like this one here, bull flag, and then it kind of shot up, came back, and then went back. That's the beginning of a Monday. So Mondays, this was the Monday beginning right here on this. We call these false move Mondays. This was a double false move. So it started, went up, came down, and then just shot up the rest of the day yesterday. Now it consolidated today and has been pumping. Even Bitcoin has broke out of a flag too, and that next measured movement is up to 110,500. So you can see Ethereum is looking good. We're getting ready to pop right back into the big 4 hour flag that I have, and the next measured movement has it going to 26. So I just wanted to get on here and show a little bit of that. Guys, like it's happening. It's going. So, what Jake explained yesterday is we want to get this, we want to be around 3,000 right here. This is where we want to be. Put a little draw horizon line on there. You hit that little plus, and then you can just click, draw horizontal line that makes that line. So that's where we want to go, right? That's where we want to go from here. And we've seen that happen in 4 to 5 days. Just yesterday, it went from 21 to today at 24. That's a really nice move. So anybody that got in some trades did amazing. Anybody that bought Ethereum did amazing. Even right now, we're looking to break back up. You go to the total market cap of crypto and you can see it's right here. Right here. This is a really good spot. It might hit some resistance right here and back off a little bit, but it's going to break through. And when it breaks through, I always look for anything above this yellow line right here is a 200-day moving average. When it breaks that, it really gets a good pump. See right here, good pump. You come down here, look where it broke it right here. And look at that pump. It stayed above it, and got all the way up here. So if we have a type of movement like that, we're looking over $4,000-5,000 Ethereums. So just what I would share that and talk about that. So like if you haven't yet, grab some Ethereum before major moves start happening. The last man, the last couple of days have been amazing. It's been crazy, go down, pop up. So just keeping you aware on where we're at. But when it breaks out of these flags, it's really good. And the next measure movement is going up to like 26. So we'll probably consolidate up here. We break through right here would be great. That's that 200-day moving average, that yellow line. That's what it got over here. 5 MA, it's got the 21-day moving average is the white one. You got the 50-day moving average is the red one. And then you got the 200-day moving average is the yellow one. Those are the colors I make so I can keep up with it to learn how and just know where it's at. So really excited about that. Big deposit yesterday. We're over 300 Ethereum. Congratulations, everybody. I mean, this is just getting stronger and stronger, more and more powerful. We got to see the website yesterday, the exchange. Can't wait. They're testing some more shorts on it. They're testing some different things. Jake was telling me this morning. And then within, I think it's next week, we'll be able to use it and we'll have some fun with it. I'll be doing Zooms, me, Tim, David, and Jake, obviously, too. And we'll just show you guys how to maneuver it and work it. Like we're all excited to do it and learn it together. So if you're new, you're on here, or you're not new, or whatever, this is the TGE phase. We did the private phase. We did over 871,000. We're over 700,000 plus right now with Ethereum going up. It's just going to be more money, more and more money. So even just with the amount we have here, it's like 700,000, I would think something like that. David could probably tell us what it is exactly. He might be driving, I don't know. But more Ethereum we get, the price of Ethereum goes up, just the more money that we have in. So that's like Jake's like, we don't want to launch until Ethereum gets up there. So I mean, if we have to be patient and wait a little bit, that's what we got to do. We'll have some competitions on the demo accounts, playing with the exchange, giving away money that way, having some fun. Everybody learn how it works, learn how the referral system works for it. We'll get that wrote out, share that with people so that way they can share it with people. But I have this attached to my MetaMask on my computer. I have the same exact MetaMask right here attached on my phone. So if you're new, set up your MetaMask for your phone and your computer. You're going to have to import that 12-word phrase that they gave you, right? MetaMask only gives you a 12-word phrase and a password. They don't give you an email. If you ever get an email from MetaMask, delete it. It's somebody trying to scam you. So also be aware of anybody trying to talk to you in Telegram. They're all scams. Tim, David, myself, we're talking in our group and we will drop again our usernames. If it's not exactly our username, it's not us. They might put an extra I in Tim's or an extra S in Brian or change David's username to an extra letter behind it or number. It's not us, man. They make fake groups. They're trying to rob everybody constantly. These people are horrible. So This is our page, the TGE event. It's a token generating event. We are basically raising Ethereum to generate the token, which is cool. So your money is liquid from day one of having it in here. I have some Ethereum in my account right here. You can see tokens. I have $310. You can go in here and put, 0.05 is the minimum, hit deposit. When we do that, confirm, and it'll see my account down here got larger, the pool got higher. We also, you come into our group, you can see it posted in our chat. You go in there, throw up some flames, throw an emoji on there. We driving a Lambo. So we're doing, I mean, we got it all here. It's gonna be over Monday. So probably gonna see a lot of people start buying the last day, like, oh my God, how do I get Ethereum? What do I gotta do? We only got more 1 day left. Well, don't waste your time. You know, to do that then, do it now. Get your Ethereum ready. It's up to you if you want to put it in or not, or just hold Ethereum. It's gonna go, either or. So looking at this, we come down, we got white papers. You can go through that, learn a lot about that as well. You can see it's our contract address. We'll be importing onto Trust Wallet and MetaMask and all those different places, different wallets that you use. So it's first come, first serve basis. We're only doing 485 Ethereum. We've got 304 right now, which is awesome. Honestly, I think our goal was like 200, I believe. So we've done that by 100. Everybody, it's just like congratulations to everybody. This is phenomenal. So you saw the minimum is 0.05. And everybody distribution, this is a like potential allocation. It's like giving someone a quote. If I give you a quote on fixing your car and I run through some other problems, it's going to probably be a little bit different. So just be aware this is a quote. It's not like the final price, so be aware of that. Referring. You can refer people here. You don't even need to purchase. Just give us your wallet link, give us your wallet address. We'll make a link. You'll click on this little box right here and then send that to people. And when they purchase, you'll have claimable TMX to be able to claim. So hopefully nobody else joins right now, and I get 5,060 TMX tokens roughly. That's pretty awesome. Our token goes to $10, that's 50,000 bucks. Our token goes to $100. I'm gonna I don't know. I already live on the beach. I was gonna say I'm gonna go to the beach and drink some. I'll just walk down the road and have a pina colada, But that is phenomenal because that right there, having that and that go up to whatever, me staking that, you get 20% on that. So 20% from the fees, sorry, the trading fees. So that's one thing I wanted to go over. I gotta move this really fast. Hold on 1 second. So now going into some other things. So we got a YouTube channel. I don't have that brought up right now. I think Tim's got those easy. We do have an apparel store. We got shirts, sweatshirts, coffee cups, beer mugs, all different styles. We're just kind of getting this thing going, checking it out just to have it going. David did an awesome job here. Tank tops. I got one of the tank tops on right now. I got a bunch of them. I swear I wash them, you know, and then, kind of going into where else was I? So yeah, our Telegram, just make sure you're in the proper Telegram. Okay. Don't get caught. Like there's a scammer Telegram right here, TMX, and this is it. It's just fake. All this is fake. Invest $1,000, get 10,000. Like, what are they even talking about? They don't even know what they're talking about. It's got fake people. Everything's fake going on, right? It's all fake. So be aware that this is our group. This is the real Telegram right here. You can see, our DEX page is on here. Share our link. This is it for our site. So one thing I wanted to share too right before go into some more stuff is, let me find it though. I lost it and I got to find it again. But is just like the one pager, I want to kind of hope this makes sense to people because a lot of people don't, they're like, I don't understand how this works. How is it going to generate money? How is what's the daily percentages? Well, I mean, nowadays it's so scary to be a part of any of that stuff. There's companies that are working that for years, and we're in some of those, and it's nice, it's working. They're trading. They make money more than one way, right? So what we have with TMX, this is a it's without saying a bunch of, it's basically a decentralized exchange that you can trade on, and you can futures trade, leverage trade. You can borrow money from the exchange to trade at a higher scale. So if I want to be like, oh, I want to 10x my trade on Ethereum going up, you can make a lot more. But if Ethereum goes down, you can lose it faster too. So those fees, the higher that you do a 10x, 20x, or the more that you put in, the more fees that you'll pay. That's what is generating us money as basically investors into this. So you can see here, it says passive income, staking your TMX tokens. Staking your tokens into the exchange, you're going to make 20% of the fees from the traders, not even just traders, just anybody using the exchange. Any fees that come along with that, you're going to be making 20% from those fees. Not, not, hold on. In another way, is the token will go up in price. So you got your token stake. So you put your tokens on there. We launch it, say $4. You're like, awesome. This is great. I make 20% of the fees. Well, the token jumps up to $10. So if you had 10,000 tokens, at first at $4, you'd have 40,000 bucks. Jumps to $10. Now you got $100,000 worth of tokens generating you 20% from those fees. So another part to this is being a liquidity provider. So it says liquidity provision. So this is just adding, if you come down here, Ethereum or Bitcoin or some other stable coins on the exchange, it's still inside of your wallet. When you add, say you got 100,000 in Bitcoin, you add it onto the exchange as liquidity. And now how that works is you're basically claiming it to go onto the exchange. And then every 24 hours, you'll be able to claim what you earn from those trading fees. So being a liquidity provider, you earn 50% from those trading fees. So a lot of us on here have tokens. None of us have added liquidity yet because that's not even there yet. Well, if the token pumps up to 10 bucks and you're like, all right, I want to sell some of these tokens, you can sell some of those tokens and then take that money in USDT and add it to the liquidity to have a set amount in here earning 50%. That's kind of like the goal is either sell some of the tokens and do that when you want, or don't sell them and take what you're earning from the 20% from the trading fees, take that USDT and roll it into the liquidity provision and keep growing it that way too. So gains between 200 and 500 APY. That's annual percentage yearly. 200% a year is 15% a month. So if you have 100K in Bitcoin and you're earning 15,000 a month off your Bitcoin, and don't forget, anytime you can go and take your Bitcoin out of there. There's no locking any any of your crypto up. Everything is just a button away to do. So the passive income from us is phenomenal. We do not have to trade. None of you guys have to trade. You're purchasing tokens now to stake and earn 20% from those trading fees from being a token staker, basically. And then if the coin goes up, which it will, you 10 and 20x what you have in there. You take those profits, you roll it into liquidity. We got some big time token holders, we know the biggest whales here, and all they want to do is stake their tokens. They don't want to sell their tokens, but they want to get as many tokens as they can because they can earn from those fees. You take those 20% fees, say they're earning $40,000, $50,000 a month, they roll that over to the liquidity side. Now they're earning 15% on a low number right here per month on that money that they've earned on the tokens. They still have their tokens. Now they're earning from two different streams. They don't have to trade. They just have to click a couple buttons. We'll have the automatic trading systems with bots, DCA bots, grid bots. We'll have the copy trading for people that want to bring their community over and they copy trade for them. You guys don't need to know that. You don't need to do that. Nothing about trading or doing any of that has anything to do with us. When everything goes live, hopefully we get to demo trade this and mess around with it a while to explain how it works for people. But when it goes live, major marketing for more traders, get traders on here. We'll all be in love with helping people get on our exchange, and there'll be a 3-level system on volume when you bring people into the exchange that you'll get paid on in USDT. You can take that USDT, claim it to your Trust Wallet or your MetaMask, or you can literally move it right to the liquidity part, or you can buy tokens and add it to that part. So there's a lot of cool features that you can do here. So, this is fully decentralized. There's no KYC requirements to trade or utilize the exchange. We're going to have really low fees. It's very fast being on the Arbitrum network. It's all under secure smart contracts. So staking, trading, there's going to be TMX bonuses, airdrops, all the above. The market opportunity with what we have here back in 2020 was 1 billion was traded daily. Well, 2023, 70 billion's traded. Sorry, in 2023. Now we're over 10 billion a day getting traded on a decentralized network. I mean, some of the centralized exchanges are really cool. Sometimes they're a pain in the ass. Sorry to say that, but they have the ability to hold your funds at any time. They want to see more proof. Well, you have to show it to them because they control your money. Same thing with the bank. If Tim has $100,000 in Bank of America and he goes in there and asks for it, they're going to be like, "What do you need it for? What do you care? Give me my money." He has to argue with the bank to do anything with it. If he wants to send it to me, he's got to be, answer a bunch of questions, all those different things. Well, in here, crypto, it's all smart contracts. It's all going to be audited. You go to do anything inside of here, you just do a transaction, move it, and it does exactly what you say. Nobody can lock your funds in this exchange at all. So the tokenomics of this are great. Staking rewards, 40% of the TMX tokens over time will go to those people staking their TMX tokens. How cool is that? Ecosystem, that's people trading, liquidity provision. You add money to liquidity, 5% of the TMX tokens go to you. So you can see that you're going to earn more TMX tokens from staking your tokens, right? That's one thing I know. My buddy Fred, he's super excited. He's like, I just want to earn more TMX tokens. I'm just to leave it staked, take those profits, roll it into liquidity, and then just whenever I feel like it's time, just start pulling out the profits. It's like, why even sell anything? Just pull out the profits and live on that. So, we got the private investors. We got that's basically us too from the private phase. And then we got the 5%, as well from the TGE part too. So it's going to be very hard to get these tokens. You're either going to have to stake your tokens, you're going to have to trade on the exchange, or you're going to have to provide liquidity. If you didn't join the private seed phase or the TGE phase, it's going to be hard for you to get it. So that is just like an overview of this. But guys, it's all about traders, right? And one thing I want to share with you, and I saw this today, because yesterday was crazy. Yesterday was absolute insane. So $403 million were liquidated in the past 24 hours. I don't know if you weren't on here right when I started sharing this, but let's come over here. 24 hours. This right here, this is the 4-hour window. Let's go to the 1 hour. I can hit the day chart right here. Sorry, let's just go to the day candle, right? Just the day. So this is today right here. Sorry, I got all these blue lines on here and stuff, but this is today's candle. This was yesterday's. So yesterday's started, around over here, and then it went down and then came up. This is a full bar yesterday. This day liquidated just alone $403 million from traders. All that money goes right into the exchange. All those were 403 million, am I saying that right? Went into whatever exchanges that was liquidated on. One thing I do follow, and it's crazy, and I'll show you guys this too, because this gives you a perspective, and it honestly, it scares the bejeebus out of you. Let me show you this. Like, it, this is so cool. We don't have to trade. Nothing we do is involved in trading, right? So here's just Binance. This is just Binance. This is all today, just today. And today's movements haven't even been that dramatic. These are all liquidations, 140,000, 71,000, 91,000. This is just today, today. Now we're in yesterday. This is insane. This is the top exchange that does like 60 billion dollars in trading volume daily, but all these are liquidated traders that are over leveraging themselves. And the trade went the opposite way. Like it liquidated this guy short right here. He had lost 71,000 at 23.80. Wow. Oh my gosh. It just gives me anxiety thinking about it. But knowing that we have our money invested into an exchange, when those liquidations happen, it brings more money into the exchange. What does that do? It gives the exchange the leverage to have more traders come onto the exchange. Well, what does that do? It brings more fees for all of us that are excited to earn those 50 to 20% fees on the liquidity part or the staking the token without doing anything. Like for example, Dr. Fred, I don't know if he's on here, might be. He's a doctor. He doesn't have time to be behind a computer and trade all day long and catch swings and do all these different things. He just wants to literally go in and click a button every once in a while. Well, that's what TMX Exchange will do for you. You'll be able to go in every 24 hours and claim what you've been earning, right? So when you do that, you'll click the button and it'll go right to your Trust Wallet or your MetaMask, and that'll be USDT. Well, one cool thing and aspect to this, we had a great meeting yesterday with a banking service card provider. Me and Jake, and next one, we're bringing Tim and David on. We just wanted to vet them out. But it's phenomenal what this can do for our community to have a card in this space as fast as we possibly can. So we're waiting on the proposal, but this is a really cool system. And this is something I can't wait to roll out because we will be able to move crypto right to them to load it onto a card or put it into a bank account, either or. It's up to you. But I mean, having the card, there's no limits on the card. The only limit is you can only swipe per swipe would be $100,000. So I can't wait till we all have that type of problems. Like, oh, I want to buy this $300,000 house. Well, you're going to swipe your card 3 times, right? Who cares? That's awesome. So we're doing some more research on it. We're looking into it, but these guys kind of changed the game between crypto and cash and crypto and cards and banks and all those different things. But it's looking really cool. Jake's working his butt off. I think he's only sleeping like between 4 and 6 hours, guys. Like hats off to him. But we have a phenomenal opportunity ahead of us, and a lot of people on here are already kind of committed. They already bought a lot of tokens. So I mean, just be patient. Be patient with the market. The market's moving in the right direction. Say a little prayer for more good tweets by the crazy Trump, and peace, 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 no more bombing, no more of that stuff. Because over $100 billion flew back into the market yesterday. By just from the start of the Zoom yesterday to the end of the Zoom, Ethereum was up 100 and something dollars. Like, so money was flowing yesterday. So more good news is just going to bring more money into the market. So guys, we're set in the right spot, and rolling it out at the right time is going to make us all a lot more money. For someone like my buddy Junior that bought tokens at 50 cents in the private sale, rolling out when Ethereum is at 3,000 or 3,500, so we have a $3 to $4 token. That's a huge jump. He bought at 50 cents, so he bought 5,000 tokens. Well, now he's got it at $4. That's 20 grand. He stakes it into the exchange completely, and he just starts earning that USDT. Click a button, move it to his account. There you go. End of story. Get a Visa card loaded on there, use it wherever you want, or just hold your crypto and go that route. So, guys, I mean, it's just honestly, it's just like say a little prayer that there's no problems out there in the world and everything in the markets do well. That's what we all pray for, but it seemed like Trump settled that down pretty quick, which is great. We're all like, oh my God, Bitcoin's going to 69. Nope, it reversed at 98 and went right back up. I mean, it's crazy to us think Bitcoin's falling and it hits 98,000, right? Like it's probably be the last time you could buy it under 100 grand, but we're in a good spot. We're going to be in a really good spot having an exchange plus a card really fast, a lot faster. If this proposal works out, we would have a card 6, 7 months faster than where we would be down the road. This isn't a card that you have to provide a successful exchange or community or any of that stuff. They're just like, here's the card, here's the information, link it, bam, done. And they even said we could integrate your guys' exchange into our platform and your token or the USDT on the Arbitrum network, so everybody keeps it. You withdraw the USDT and the Arbitrum, and you move it right over. You don't have to switch the network, and then you load it onto the card. That saves even more money. And to have that, I know Jake loves everything about it. He's very, every time I talk to him, he's like, I'm so pumped. So that's good when he's excited, because he's a straight shooter. He'd be like, no, that sucks. We don't want to do that. So yeah, that's what I got. And just look forward to some major gains, and look forward to trying out the system. You don't have to be a trader, but if we have a competition, who can earn the most? I know Junior's going to get on there and he's going to be trading all night long and trying to earn some extra Ethereum and earn some money. So guys, that's all I have. Any questions I can help answer, let me know. But this is going to be a phenomenal opportunity. It's hard to sleep at night, right?
I, I
Right,
s-
Dave?
I s- I see some questions in the chat, Brian. Yes, a great presentation as always. So, like, what we have, like, it feels so good to be here. Hello, guys, nice to be here. Hey, Brian, I won a giveaway last time. Have you guys sent the prizes already? Like, yes, we sent, but I see Adrian Bone, and like, just honestly, I received like 20 messages from the different Adrian Bones, so I'm not sure, like, if you're a real person or not real person. So, just like, that's completely strange. So like, hey Brian, what's up? I have a question. It's basically from Junior. As soon as we launch, gonna have some we're gonna have the app already, or do we use the website till they're totally develop it? So like, do we have an app? Yeah, if I understand it correctly. I
No,
think basically no. Yeah, like just but Brian can answer that. Yeah.
yeah, we won't have an app. It'll be inside of your DApp wallet, right? So if you go into your DApp wallet inside of your phone or even on the computer, you type in gmx.io. So we would type in TMX, I might be .io, I don't know yet. And then you click launch app. It's like the app inside of the wallet, right? So you just do that, you click checkbox agree. And when you do that, you're going to click connect wallet. Bang, it connects your wallet right there at the top right. You see my wallet's connected. Then I can go in and click on stake, buy GMX, which we will already own. Stake, you'd click stake right here and you'll see the total max that you have of TMX. And then you'd put in, 10,000. Bam, click the button here because I don't have any GMX, so it doesn't show anything, sorry. But when you do that, you click the button and it stakes it. That's when you start earning right here. It starts telling you what you're earning from the APY and doing the different things from the staking side of it. So be the same way with TMX, but it's done all through inside of your inside of your MetaMask. Kind of like, a lot of us on here are in a company called MoveQuest. To go to that, you go to the website inside of your MetaMask and you connect your wallet. Same thing. They have an app for, the activities that pair with your health and wellness, but TMX, it's all going to be done inside of your wallet. That's what keeps this decentralized and different from a lot of things out there. So, that's how that works. Because if you have an app, how are you going to connect it to your wallet if you're not in your DApp wallet, right?
Yeah,
So
100%. And also just we're gonna add for that, guys, because like I'm not really big fan of the apps. Yeah, but I know maybe in the future we're gonna have an app. But like you see that just like somebody creates some fake Telegram channels, and in the same time, once we're gonna have an app, like for example, so many like fake apps will gonna go right there. Yeah, like on the Google Play, on the App Store, and we just basically don't want that happen. Yeah, because sometimes people can download their own app and can connect the wallet and can lose that. So, but of course, we're gonna provide all of the details, so like it will not gonna happen. But again, yeah, like that what Brian said, it's 100% better. So all you need to do just basically get your link, go to MetaMask, paste in the browser, and you all set. Yeah, you connected to the DEX. That just like so simple. Yeah, and like Dave also with us. Dave, you want to add something?
Yeah, no, I was just thinking how much all of us are in a good business right now. Brian just said 403 million liquidated in 24 hours. And where does that money go? It goes to all the exchanges, right? So, are we in the right business? I believe we are. And I was looking the other day at, Facebook, maybe, Amazon and different stories of how when their inception, when they took off in the very beginning, was there a bunch of people? Was there huge masses already pouring in? No, it was a little bit of people. And we look at our group, we're on this call right now, we have 30 people. It's small, it's a small group. And right now, I already know that once TMX is already launched, once we get listed, the masses are going to wish. They're going to wish that they heard about us. The word maybe didn't get around as fast, but once it does, there's going to be a lot of people that wish they were in the TGE event, which is 7 days left, you guys, and the 50-cent pre-sale. So everybody on this call right now, everybody watching the replay, or everybody who bought tokens, keep buying, because this is the moment in time that a lot of people are going to wish that they were in your spot right now, come 6 months from now, a year from now. Like Brian mentioned, the Visa card, that's huge. I mean, just what he went over right now, that's just the tip of the iceberg. You guys are in for a treat. Of course, assuming that the proposal and everything looks good. And then to answer your question, Brian, uh, we're at 751,000 in the TGE. So combine that with the pre-sale at 871, we're at 1.6 million. So congratulations, you guys. This is huge.
Yeah,
Yep.
100%, 100%, guys. And also for tomorrow, just don't forget to invite your friends because we don't have like too much giveaways. Yeah, but just like the next one is gonna be tomorrow. Yeah, 1 p.m. Eastern. And also, I think the last one is gonna be for the TGE on Monday. Yeah, because the Monday is the last day for the TGE. So, like, share this with your friends. They don't need to do anything special. Just join our Zoom and check all the details. And of course, in the end of the meeting, we do the random wheel stuff. Yeah, so like some of you definitely will gonna win some money. Yeah, so that's gonna be great. And of course, like for today, Brian, once again, a huge thanks for you for the great presentation. Dave, like you're also awesome, and we'll see you guys for tomorrow. See you. Recording gonna be posted really soon.